Hello, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a second in form JAVIER Chicharito Hernandez player review. Let's take a look at the Mexican striker who plays for Leverkusen in the Bundesliga. He is of course now 86 rated with 86 pace, 84 dribbling and 88 shooting. Medium low work rates, right footed with the pretty average 3-star skills and weak foot combo. And of course he is 5'9". Now I've got a couple of different squad options that you could use this guy in. The first one is a bit of a mixed squad where Chicha plays up front as a lone striker. It's got the likes of the Premier League, the Italian League and the Bundesliga too. But I actually used him in my straight up Bundesliga squad. It's got lots of special items in there, loads of nice colourful items as well. We've got Team of the Group Stage Farman, lots of SBC players there in Toprak, Muller and Vidal, as well as some awesome informs and ones to watch items too. So, Hernandez has some pretty good in-game stats, very good pace, dribbling and shooting of course. With the basic chemistry style, they will of course be updated and upgraded a little bit in each and every category. However, I decided to go down the route of using the marksman chemistry style. It boosts his dribbling, his shooting and his physical because as a striker I didn't want to boost the defending. I was happy with his 86 pace and his 74 passing is more than enough for a two-striker formation out and out striker. Now moving on in then to the pros and cons. And of course we'll get the negatives out of the way first, as always. So, starting off with skills and weak foot. They're both 3-star, which of course is distinctly average. I may have scored a goal or two on Hernandez's weak foot, but I certainly missed a whole lot more opportunities than I scored. Definitely don't recommend you taking shots on that left foot at all. And I also really noticed how lacking in creativity I was because he didn't have 4-star skills. I think I've been using it a lot in my teams and my players lately, is trying to utilize the 4-star skills to make myself some space. And of course Hernandez can't quite do the chops and spins that are required. So you can still use the LTRT and the no-touch dribbling. It's still extremely effective, probably more effective than skill moves. But, you know, sometimes a little skill can earn you a lot of space. And, of course, that's a little bit of an issue with Hernandez. Next up, his strength is actually really low. I thought it was going to be higher. And I'm used to thinking that Hernandez is a relatively strong player until I used this guy. And I thought, you know what, I'm not half getting barged off the ball sometimes. Not necessarily pushing him to the floor because he's got great balance. But just being dispossessed. And, you know, that's not good. However, we can move on to the positives now. There is a much longer list of positives than there are negatives. Firstly, his acceleration is fantastic. Overall sprint speed I would say is average, but really quick off the mark. We're talking like 90 acceleration and then 80 sprint speed roughly. Those sorts of stats. So he's really quick off the mark. So that's where you're going to pull away from your defenders. You've just got to hope you can stay away from them. He's got amazing agility and balance, and of course he's only 5'9" as well, so he's got a nice low centre of gravity, meaning that he can turn really well on the ball, and that's another thing that can help him stay away from those defenders, even though he doesn't have the skill moves. Ball control was awesome. I really liked how well he took that first touch. Not necessarily his dribbling, sometimes that felt alright, sometimes it didn't, definitely that first touch ball control was great. He takes the ball down so very well. Like that goal right there, he just chests it perfectly, allowing himself to get that acrobatic goal at such a tight angle. Whereas if someone had worse ball control, that would have just pinged off their chest and gone out for a goal kick. Positioning wise, you're not going to go too wrong with this Chicharito. He is actually, he has some very good statage in that area. He's very well positioned. I like his work rates as well. And of course he's got great aerial ability, amazing jumping and heading ability in general. But what you're really going to get here is someone that knows where the back of the net is. I had a couple of games where I was down by a couple of goals, and Chicharito really did bring it back for me by scoring a couple of late goals, because of course he's got decent stamina as well. So overall, if you're looking for, I would recommend Chicharito as like a second striker. Someone with a little bit more skills up front would be great. And then alongside Chicharito, who really does know where the back of the net is, I think you're onto a winner there with a good little strike partnership. And overall, I think he's a very good player for the price that you'll pay. Let me know, guys, if you've managed to use the Mexican and what you think of him. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.